Okay, we're live, hopefully. Just gotta get my neat. Okay. Whoops, that's not what I want. Where is my chat? There you are. Okay. Whoa. All right, sound's getting through, so I got to turn down the volume on my iPad so I'm not repeating myself in real time. Welcome to my first art live stream. This is going to be a learning experience for me. Probably be awkward. The heat's just kicking on. You might hear that. So just pretend you're at the beach or something, I guess. But anyway, I get comfortable here. I'm going to go for about an hour, basically to kill time till Last of Us is on, and go from there. So I'm going to just do some quick warm-up stuff. I'm going to do some of my found cartoons. So these are, I just start with shapes, and then I make them into a cartoon. So I'll just make some shapes here, and we'll see what we get out of it. Normally when I make these, I fill these in with they'll be paint, so this will be full watercolor or acrylic or something, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to do the outlines here, but at some point I will probably do real paint ones. Hopefully everyone can see everything okay. Thankfully the problem is, so I'm kind of bare bonesing this setup. All I have really for camera is my phone up here and a little canvas light, ring light thing that holds the phone in front of me or above me. I don't have a fancy PC setup with OBS and open broadcasting system, as it's called, as I've learned a lot about in the past week, about all the things I can't do. So I'm just keeping things very bare bones for right now until I can invest in some better gear. But so maybe at some point there'll be a camera view of me like right here in the corner. You'll see my face, but you're not missing too much. So let's see what I can come up with these shapes. For those that are curious, this is a type of highlighter I really like. It's called a zebra mild liner. So not a highlighter, but a mild liner. And this color is violet. Big surprise, you would think. They're two-sided. You got your usual chisel tip there. And you got my table's really shaky, so maybe at some point I'll have to invest in a better table that doesn't shake as much. Then the other point is this one, just a regular bullet point thing, which is good for fine details. I mainly use these for journaling stuff or for quick shape things like this. This is one of my fountain pens. This is a Twispy Eco, not Echo, Eco, ECO. It's one of the more budget-friendly fountain pens, I guess. This is the fine tip, I think, because I have one that's extra fine. So it's very nice. You can see if it's filled or not because it's clear. And yes, I have it numbered because I have a spreadsheet with all of my fountain pens to keep track of them, so I know uh, what I filled them with, when I filled them, when's the last time I cleaned them, all that kind of fun, really exciting stuff. So let's see what I can do with some of these shapes here. I'll try with the fountain pen first. I don't always have to keep it, you know, oriented with how I drew it. Like that's the fun of when I do them in like a 5x7 cutouts or something like that. I can spin the page around this way and that to kind of get what I want. So I'll try to do that a bit here, but I have some space, but it will not be too. Don't want to knock my shark person over. So let's see what we can do here. We can do like something like this. Some kind of vampire guy. This pen's not behaving that well. This is a good practice thing too. I'm going to switch pens because this is not going the way I want. Let's see here. It's too small. Let's see. I have too many pens. I have so many pens I can't decide what kind to use. I'm going to do a quick sound check here. Am I too quiet? Hopefully not. Where are the pens I was going to use? And I'm not seeing the ones I'm specifically looking for, but whatever. I'm going to use this. This is another my go-to pen. This is just a ballpoint Jetstream Uniball. These are what people call everyday carry. I've used these for years. They're waterproof ink. They're cheap. They're good quality ink. They don't smear right away. And I really like them a lot. I've used them for years. Highly recommended. Uniball Jetstream 0.7 is the size I use. Right, let's spin this around here. At some point, I'll try to figure out a way to have some sort of music I could play without worrying about copyright stuff. Again, I'm having to keep things very simple and bare bones, so thank you everyone who's been joining in so far and watching. Appreciate it. If you have any questions, feel free to jump in the chat. But anyway, I'm just going back here to work on this little jellyfish thing. So what I started to say but forgot, so doing these shape things are good practice because it kind of, if you want to practice faces especially, they're good, and you just do them quick and you just don't I don't overthink it. Just do them real quick, you know. I'll zoom in a little bit. Bear with me. Get ready. We're zooming in. We're zooming in. I'm gonna try not make you seasick here. We're zooming in. Okay. Whoa, that was a bit of a jump. Okay. But it's a good practice because you can do them just to like do a face. You can do a whole body. You can do whatever. It's a good warm up thing to kind of help you loosen up. Hi, So Mean. Thanks for joining in. Okay. So let's get back to this. Let's see what we can do here. Instead of a little character, we'll do like a little, let's say this is like a, tropical island with the, volcano kind of spitting out smoke, and we got some, lava coming down. at some point, um, I'll show some of my finished final cartoons that I have at the studio, so you can kind of get a better idea of the bigger picture of things. And if you tune in on May 18th, 19th, I think I might have those dates wrong. Check my schedule tab, but I am, if technology permits, I will be doing a live check-in from the East Lansing Art Festival from my art festival tent, so you can see what I have there. It'll be at approximately 9:30 a.m. that Saturday and that Sunday. Again, if technology cooperates, hopefully I can get a good, because I'll have to be on mobile for that, so it won't be. It'll be pretty quick, but hopefully the weather behaves too. So cross your fingers. So you don't have to do faces always, or critters. You can do landscapes. I do a lot of landscapes. People seem to enjoy the landscapes stuff. I probably sell as many of those as I do the critter things. I definitely need to get a better desk situation because this thing is wobbling way too much. But this is all a learning process. This is, I just got to start and figure out what works and what doesn't work. I'm a big believer in you just got to start doing things and see how it goes. That's really how I've done this whole art thing for years, is I just kind of started doing it and still doing it. Okay, let's have a little fun with this one. So the fun thing about this as an exercise, it can kind of force you to exaggerate your your body positions, or oops, that sort of thing that you normally might not do, just to kind of, we're just having fun, so it doesn't matter who cares about, we're not worried about anatomy, or I mean, this is just a warm-up. We're just having fun, goofing around. Who cares? I mean, I'll give him an eye patch because why not? Who doesn't love a pirate cat? Ugh, man, forgetting letters. So that's the kind of fun you can have with just the random shape stuff, just warming up and getting loose. But speaking of cats, I'm gonna try not to shake this table so much. I have to get a heavier non-IKEA desk, I guess. That's true. So I mean, it would not be my art without my eye patch. I've been included an eye patch and stuff for years. I should just draw like a real or full-blown pirate cat. Not using any reference. This is what pirate hats look like, right? Give them a little no, pirates have like cutlasses, right? Give them a sword kind of thing. We'll give them two swords. Why not? Two cutlasses, because why not? And a peg leg for good measure. See, the good thing about me doing this is I'm just making stuff to have fun. I'm not really at least for this first session here, I'm not working on anything specific that I need to get done, which is the case when I'm at the studio. So here I can just kind of goof around, which is good because I need to do more just, goofing around drawing and not always be working on stuff that, like, thinking about, is this going to be something I can sell? So because it's important to have fun when you're drawing and making art. Let's see, might give me a little worm. No, he's kind of out of frame. Put him over here. There we go. This was made by artists who I bought. My wife and I have bought several things from. Her name's Natalie. She does great like pottery, ceramic stuff, whatnot. And it's a little angry worm dude that she had on Instagram, and I had to have it. Okay. And this little shark friend over here is something I got from a local art supply store, Odd Nod Art Supply. They sell fun knick-knacky stuff too. So that was another thing. I saw it on their Facebook page, and I was like, well, I need that because I need some weird cross-legged shark people, because sharks are funny. Let's see, running out of real estate here, so let's see what I can do. Oh, I need a water break. Where's my water? Let's see. Yeah, here. This is a gray pen. Yeah, okay. Well, add a little gray to this pirate cat, because, why not? This is a Kuretake clean color. If you want to add a little, color or shading to stuff, Kuretake makes some good pens. Actually speaking, this is one of their Zig pens. I have some of their color Zig pens that are really good too. Here we go. We can add some smoke there. There we go. The problem is you got to be careful with some of these because sometimes they don't always, different inks don't always play along with each other, but for the most part this looks okay. I don't know what I'm doing. That just looked fun. Okay, let's move on to something else. So I have this book. I've had this for, that's some big old glare right there, but I got this, well, let's see. Back in, sorry, Mr. Wormy, I got out of the way, January 2020. So those keeping score at home, right before, you know, all the COVID stuff changed everything. I'm going to zoom out a little bit and also do a quick just saw the name of someone who followed me. Bless their heart. Cool. I'm going to zoom up a little bit so we can see more of the book. Move my little shark leg person out of the way. Okay, a little bit of history here. So I got this in January of 2020. These are daily prompts with different, you know, things. Here's the title again: 365 Days of Drawing Prompts. Spoiler alert, 5 years later, I've not finished it. So I'm going to use these streams as an excuse to try and do that, but we can do a quick tour of some of these. So this is when I started. This is like before COVID started, and the fun thing is to not fun, but to revisit and kind of see when things started changing. I mean, this is true. Hudson Hawk is a great movie. It's underappreciated. But again, as an exercise, I use these just, you know, I have fun with them. I don't worry about them being super serious or like Civil War soldier. I drew Luke Skywalker. He's technically a Civil War soldier, you know. Some of these are colored pencil, you know. Okay, I'm going to try and skip ahead here to see when we start seeing some COVID related stuff. Proud of this one. See, it's bacon, get it? Anyway. Had fun with this one. Elf on Mushroom. Let's see. That was a fun one to do. So February. This I keep meaning to like recreate as a like real art piece, because I just think it'd be fun, because who doesn't love a double-decker bus full of cats? I like this one too. Okay, now we're starting to get into see, like this, farmer and his wife. I had fun with it. I did alien farmers. March. Little Sonic the Hedgehog joke. Hedgehog, what did you feed him? Gold rings, of course. That's from my thanks, Goose and Jonesy. Appreciate the shout out, the cool cat emojis. Thank you. See, now we're starting to get into the COVID stuff. So March 12th, 2020. This is when stuff started getting canceled. I'm talking about events, not people. Hot yoga, cold yoga. See, this is the fun you can have with cartooning. You can do jokes in the background. Goat yoga. This is for my fellow prisoner fans. See, so here we have another one talking about, you know, we had the mask, people started wearing masks. Wow, this is an evergreen cartoon, isn't it? All right, I'm going to skip it. So here we go, social distancing. There's another COVID reference. That's toilet paper. So this was when everyone was going crazy and buying everything like maniacs, and you couldn't get toilet paper anywhere. This is people avoiding COVID by seeking out deserted islands. See, same thing, staying home. You can't have my face mask. All COVID reference. We're into April. See, I got a dude with mask and gloves. April 2020. More social distancing stuff. You get the idea. I don't need to go through all these, but to get back to my point, I'm going to try and do some of these here on the stream because I was good about it for a while, and then you know, obviously fell off of it. See, this is some high quality humor right here. See, it's a tea party. They're all teas, and who invited you? See, it's great when people explain their jokes. You know, that's the sign of excellent comedy. You can see here I was kind of just struggling to get back into it. I was just using a pencil, not really inking anything. You know, definitely didn't have the same energy I did at the start where I was fully coloring everything, but I was at least trying to keep going. But hopefully this will help me get back into things. So this is 3 years later. Again, evergreen joke. Now we're catching up. This is only a couple months ago. Wedge of Swiss cheese. Unfortunately, the ink is bleeding through on this, but let's see. What can I do for wedge of Swiss cheese? Actually, I think I'm remembering an idea I had a long time ago. I'm trying to figure out my space limitations here as I do this. Trying to find the balance between, there we go, showing stuff but having room to do stuff, but also not being so far zoomed out that stuff is too small to see. You know, it's a learning process. Well, I probably need to sharpen that. So here's a fancy pencil sharpener. This is a Blackwing 2-stage pencil sharpener. So it has 2 steps. This first step actually removes the wood. It's angled in such a way that it removes the wood, and then the second one it actually sharpens the point. See, you see how it cuts away the wood. And then we'll do it here. We got a nice, it's a little more work, but you can get a super nice point. I probably didn't go as far as I should have, but you can get a real nice point out of this. It's a good pencil sharpener. I should have set up a trash can. Oh well, next time. If you don't like Swiss cheese, post an emoji in the chat if you don't like Swiss cheese, so I know who you are. I'm kidding. I don't care. But I like Swiss cheese. Let's see here. This ink's going to throw me off, so I'll see what I can do here. But We're just having fun. Let's get some holes in here. Let's see. What can we do with this beyond just being a piece of cheese? To kill time, the pencil I'm using is a Blackwing Pearl. Blackwing pencils are nice. The white one is one of the more like finer, harder, firmer leads, I believe. So like I used to have one, but I don't know if I have it around. But the black ones are like really soft lead, so you can be really fast and loose with them. These are a little more, for if you don't want to be like, they don't smudge like the black ones would. You do a little bit, but not as much as the black ones do. Yeah. Let's draw some happy mice sticking out of the cheese, because what mouse wouldn't be happy coming across a big old wedge of Swiss cheese, huh? All right, let's see if we can. There we go. So this is a Kuretake, I'm going to say this wrong, Futagochi brush pen. They're really good. I just started using these. These are real nice because you can kind of be fine with them or really lay in them if you want. But they're good. They're a good cartooning pen. I've been using them on my new found cartoons. Okay, we're at 8:30. I'm gonna go to at least 9, like I said, so I can watch Last of Us. But if I hit a stride, I can keep going. But I want to do at least an hour. As far as gaming stuff goes, I'm still kind of sorting that out. That might just be more random when I feel like it or have the time, because having a full-time job, and then also art festival season coming up and everything. It's I won't have time to like necessarily do like a 5-hour video game stream here or there, but I'll probably do stuff when I can. But plan is Sunday nights at 8. I just draw and do art stuff for at least an hour. and that's okay. We'll call that good for now. Let's put the date on it. Oh, that's right, it's 420. Whoops. It's all right. Nobody's perfect. This mess is a place, and so on. Hi, Sam. Thanks for weighing in. There we go. So wedge of Swiss cheese with some happy mice hanging out in it. A little over 2 months since I did one. Oops, I can't. My chat window is cutting off part of my screen, so I don't know if you're actually seeing that or not. Okay, so you are seeing that. Yeah, so last one was back in February. And then prior to that, I didn't do one till November 2023. So, hey, we're getting there. I only have 200 something days left to go. So, okay, we'll take a break from this one for tonight. So let's see if there's anything else that's funny. Really bringing out the A material for this one. Sunflower, yeah. Haunted dolls, man. No thanks. Yeah, I probably need to not use heavy ink for these because this paper is pretty thin. So this one, this is a type of rock. I just looked up types of rocks and yeah, you know. Oh yeah, here we go. Back to July of 2020. I had a full art festival season planned for that summer, and none of it happened. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna come back to that maybe next time. Oh boy. So here's something I got. I went to this was last weekend, was the Lansing Independent Comics and Zine show, I believe it is. It's pronounced Licz, Licz. So mainly it was a lot of indie comics and zine stuff. Let me get on frame here. And one of the vendors, they had this notebook that was just all 3 panel, or yeah, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 panels on a page to do, like, quick comic things, and I thought, well, that's a great idea. That's something I can do on the stream, you know. But you get the idea. Just fun little 4-panel things. So let's see if I can come up with something here. I'll put the date. Let's see. I guess I have to decide, do I want these to be autobiographical or something, or what? Probably not. I'll just do something silly to have fun. Someone in chat, give me an animal. Bongo. Thanks. Okay. All right. Bongo. Someone in chat, give me a job. Butcher. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, Bongo Butcher. All right. All right. Let's see what we can do with that. I got the wheels turning here a bit. Probably not going to like it, but get a better angle here. And I'm not using any reference stuff, so that's going to be part of the fun here. I mean, I know what a bongo looks like, but you know, sometimes reference stuff is good. I mean, they kind of have horns and ears and stuff, and probably zoom in on this later when I actually finish it. zoom in a bit. Whoop, come on, get over there. There we go. So it's a bongo playing bongos, and he's butchering the bongos. You're welcome. Thank you for thank you for playing along, chat. I appreciate the suggestions. So yeah, that's another fun thing we can do. What time we got? Another 15 minutes. All right. Do I want to do another one? I had this idea of like an ongoing project here. Bear with me. Paper rip effect coming in, incoming. Okay. I had this idea of like an ongoing thing where I could every quick battery check on my phone. Oh, we're good. We're at 55%. Okay, good. See, the problem is I got this fancy new wireless microphone I'm using, but it uses the USB-C port on my phone, which means I can't have the phone plugged in while I'm doing this. So we'll just have to see how it goes. But we're at 55%, so we're good. And I'm going to go for at least another 15 minutes, so we're good. Anyway, to get back to this, I had an idea where like each week I would like maybe add to like a drawing and just keep, working on it a little bit every week. Although some weeks I might get a lot done, some weeks I might not get much done or whatever, but just kind of add to it here and there and just sort of have fun. And I thought of like just to be super on brand, just fill a page with cats. So I'll just do I want to do pencil first? I'll do pencil first, because in that way I can go back and ink stuff later, and I can also maybe have some more fun with it too. So I just thought it would be fun if each week I worked on just, adding more cat faces to this page, which, depending on how this goes, it could not take very long. It's a good, easy thing to do. Just sort of slowly fill this whole page, this 11 by 14 page with cat faces, and then, maybe I'll make it into a print or something. See what I can do. It is kind of nice just to do something like this and don't talk into my hand. I'm covering up my mic. Stop those bad habits. Anyway, just to do something like this, like I said earlier, where, if I'm at the studio, I'm usually working on stuff for art festivals, or like, is this something I'm gonna be able to sell or whatever. Whereas for this live stream, I can just play around and have fun, and I don't really have to worry about anything like that. If I don't, I mean, I'm confident there will be times where like I want to work on said thing that I want to take to an art festival or a commission or something or whatever. I mean, it's I'm not going to say it's never going to be stuff I'm going to have for sale at some point, but it is important to just make stuff for fun and not, you know, uh, always be grinding, as they say. So what I'm drawing on here, this is Bristol, so it's kind of it's a heavier stock paper, so not, just to compare, this is like just kind of basic sketchbook paper earlier. If you want to get technical, I'll show you. This is what I was drawing on earlier. It's just a basic Strathmore drawing pad, so 80-pound paper. Good for just playing around. And then this is also some Strathmore. This is Bristol. This is 100-pound paper, but it's heavyweight and it's great for ink. Comics are usually they're drawn on Bristol, especially if you go back to like the full page, like comic book pages, they would lay everything out on Bristol, and it would probably be about this size, and they get shrunk down, make it be bigger. I can't remember, but regardless, it would get shrunk down to the normal comic book size, but they would have like the whole panels and the gutters and everything, and they would draw the whole page, and but yeah, it's got some heft to it, which is nice, and it's got a smooth surface, so it's fun to draw on. Whereas like some of your cheaper or lower quality papers can be kind of scratchy or rough, but this has a nice smooth finish. Anyway, let's get back to drawing cats. Adjust my camera here a bit. Still figuring this all out as I go. It's a learning process. I'll zoom in a little bit. Zooming in, prepare yourself. Get those barf bags ready. Okay, that's a little better. So like I said earlier, my next event is the East Lansing Art Festival next month. And yeah, so come out to that. I'll plug it more obviously once we get closer, but I will have a whole bunch of new art there, including limited edition reproductions. So I hope you can make it. There's my entire up-to-date schedule appearances on my Twitch channel page. If you look go to the About section and look in the See Me IRL panel, it has all my dates there and links to those respective festivals, so you can get the info you need. But I didn't do any art festivals last year. I took last year off, but so I'm back at it this year. I'm looking forward to it. And trying some new things. Before I forget, I'll write down the words that there we go. Okay, so let's. So if you've been to my channel page, you've seen art like this, and that was something I did many years ago, where I actually did a coloring book, and I had a page full of cats on piled on top of each other, and then the behind the scenes trivia of that is my wife Steph Joy Hogan, who's also an artist. You can see her art at stephjoyhogan.com. Um, she colored one of the that page in a coloring book using colored pencils, and I scanned that page and I used the eyedropper tool in whatever program it was, I think Clip Studio at that point, and used the colors she picked to color digitally um, the digital version of that page. And I've made that into a print, and that's been like one of my best selling prints ever. And the art's been on buses and billboards, and now it's all on my branding for the page and everything. So, yeah. You got any anime fans in chat? I'm a recent subscriber to Crunchyroll. I'm working my way through Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid right now, and it is very funny and silly, and it's definitely a dose of silly and whimsy I need right now. I don't know what I'll watch when I'm done with that. I got a lot of stuff on my to watch list on Crunchyroll. I've I hate admitting this, but I still have never actually seen um, Full Metal Alchemist. I know Brotherhood is the one to watch, so that's on my list. I may watch that next, depending on my mood, if I want something more serious or not, or if I want to keep doing silly things, which I do. Why not? We'll do a Cyclops cat. Um, I do enjoy the silly anime stuff. It's quite refreshing because sort of also really appreciate the absurd scenarios that they are not afraid to go with for a lot of them. Like case in point, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, a woman whose office computer worker person gets drunk, stumbles in the forest, and finds a injured dragon from another world, and convinces her to come live with her and be her maid, and hilarity ensues. And other dragons show up and get used to human life, and more hilarity and weirdness ensues. And I mean, there's a lot of some really weird stuff and some cultural thing, jokes and references I don't always get, but that's okay. That's part of the fun. Expose new stuff. Where are we on time? Okay, 8:58. Keep going for a bit. I don't want to start watching Last of Us right at 9 with everyone else because that I haven't had good experience with that. Because then like the playback on Max gets bad because like a million people are trying to watch at the same time. So I will actually wait a little bit. We'll give this one a monocle because why not? Zoom in a little more. Just a bit here. try not to do this too fast to make you seasick. My 20-something years of video production experience coming into play here. So, come on, autofocus, you can do it. So hopefully I'm getting a new phone tomorrow, and that might greatly improve the video quality here, because like I said, I think it's actually focusing on my hand and not the art, but if that'll do anything. Whatever. This is something where if I had an actual camera, a real separate camera tied into a computer, I could do more with it, but it is what it is. Oops. Trick is just, I just need to like do a bunch of shapes and then worry about what the face actually are doing. Oops. Okay, we're at 9:03, so in the interest of not burning myself out on the first night of doing this, I'm gonna call it good. I will say this was a good first session. Thank you to everyone who watched and tuned in and helped out in the chat and everything. I'll be back this coming next Sunday. If not, I'll post about it on the channel page somewhere in the schedule page. I'll post updates there, and follow me on Blue Sky at Daniel J Hogan there. I'll definitely do more updates there than anything else, social media wise. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you next week, and you're welcome. Thank you, chat. Looking forward to doing more of this and seeing where this goes. And who knows, maybe if I have time this week, I'll try and do a little bit of game stuff here and there. I kind of want to try. I can do it mobile games off my phone. I kind of want to try. There's a game or two I wouldn't mind, playing just to see how it goes and whatnot. But thank you, and uh, be kind, have fun, and enjoy your week. I'll see you guys next week.